Toma's house, and we're super excited to be here. And this is where we live, in the kitchen. And so I'm just curious what inspired you guys, or what inspired you to take this journey of a lifetime to South America?
Yeah, no, for sure. So it kind of started reading a book called John G. Lake's His Life, His Ministry. It was like all of his sermons and life teachings put together in a book. And the one message was called A Trumpet Call.
A trumpet call?
Yeah, and it was talking about just like the early church and just like what it took to be a disciple of Jesus, and how a lot of them died, a lot of them gave up things, and just kind of it just kind of exposed my comfortability and my lukewarmness here, even though God has done a lot in the last several years. I just kind of stirred something, and just like, man, like we need to do something different. We need to go. We need to be challenged once again. So that was kind of what started it. And they were like, okay, Lord, like we know we need to go, but where? Like, give us our first step. So we were just really praying, seeking the Lord on that, and we thought it was just going to be Mexico because that was safe. We just had to get a van and drive across the border, and then if we had to, like, it'd be a good hard day's drive, but we could get home in a 24-hour period probably, or back to this place.
Right? Yeah.
But then just kind of praying, asking the Lord, okay, Lord, what's our first step? He opened up a door down in South America, and it actually started with a friend having a dream, and he saw all of South America, not just Central America, but Central and South, and it was all like a light green color. And he's just like, I don't know what this means, but it might be a little bigger than what you guys are thinking. And we're like, okay. And then a couple other words from other people we respect, and then all of a sudden the door opened up that we could go to Chile and help out with a couple training schools. So one in Chile and one in Argentina.
So you're going for the green, whatever that means.
Going for the green, that's
God's
right.
green. God's green bounty.
Yeah, probably new growth. When I think of light green, I think of new growth.
Wow.
So
with John G. Lake, like, did he take a journey like this, or was it more that call, that, like you said, the call to give it up for Christ? And
He did. Back in the 1908, he took his 7 kids to Africa. And it was kind of interesting. Like, I was thinking about the amount of money that we needed to spend on tickets and stuff, and I was like, man, that's a lot. And then I just felt led to look up how much he needed, and sure enough, he needed like $2,000. And I was like, man, with inflation, I wonder what the buying power of that. And so I looked it up, and it was anywhere between $50,000 to $60,000 today. And he had it within 4 days of what?
Wow.
He was just like, Lord, I need $2,000, and within 4 days he had it all.
Wow, I'm so glad I asked. That's so neat.
So,
and he had 7 kids too.
He did.
So there's that similarity.
Yeah, for sure.
What is the school that you're doing?
It's the first one's House Fellowship. It's like a mobile PTS, which is a pioneer training school. And it's basically just going back to the foundations of the faith. So that one we'll meet with the fellowship like for a pretty intense week up front, and then the last 2 weeks I think we're just going to be meeting in the evenings, so it'll be a little bit more low key. But then when we go to Argentina and do a school there, the plan is to be a full school, like full 3 weeks all day long, and just a lot of hands-on training. Getting in the Word together, praying together, worshiping together, living life together, and just really, what does it mean to love God with everything, to be family as a group of disciples, and then how do we go out? How do we expand this family?
You guys took your brother through your home here, and how was that? I mean, this home is on your parents' farm, and you've been here how many years?
We've now been here 13 years. So it was a reality check for sure. Having him go through and look at everything and just like, wow, we're doing this, and we've already made the decision. We took the plunge, bought the tickets, and mentally we're prepared in a lot of ways, but it just, the day's coming a little faster than I guess. It's easy for it to feel a long ways away, and it's
because your brother and his wife are gonna come take over the house, live in it, rent it from your parents, and then so that's like okay, we're passing the baton.
And so that was kind of been really cool too, just really different from what we've seen other missionaries do, and no judgment, whatever people decide to do, but
Right.
like we've got a group on Facebook, and we're giving a lot of things away, and like then thinking about like, okay, how can we set this house up even better to just really bless and show love to my brother and his wife, and like even working on a tree house for the niece that we're leaving behind, and just really trying to be purposeful in everything and leaving well to where the people that we leave here don't feel like we're running away from them, but that we truly love them, and we want to, we're going to miss them dearly, but we just know that this is the next step that our family needs to take. So we're really trying to leave well and not worry about tomorrow. If God can provide for us here, he can provide for us there. He owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. So is really trying to be carefree and just trust him with everything. Seek first his kingdom, and all these things will be added unto you.
All right. Well, how do you feel about this one, birthday guy? Wesley just turned 11 today, which is so awesome.
I'm excited.
Excited?
Yep.
What are you looking forward to?
I don't know, just seeing what God does.
Learning some Spanish?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's hard, but getting it.
Getting it, yeah.
It's crazy. Sometimes you explain things to people, you think about it a little more, and you're like, what am I doing? I'm crazy. Leave all this. We love all the people here. We love this place. God's done so much, but when you have the call to go, it's just time to go, and we're excited to be stretched and to just learn something new, and just Jesus is worth it. He's worth anything that we could give up. This life is just a blink, so we just need to spend it well, however he tells us to do that. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
You're learning Spanish too, right?
Sí. Poco a poco.
This morning, Rochelle was telling me about a story how God provided for their whole family recently, and so it's just every opportunity that you have in these new ways, you're just kind of excited to see how God shows up the more that you step out in faith. Is that kind of the bottom line?
Yeah, we can say we believe something that's written in the Word, but until we have the opportunity to experience it and take God at His word, like you don't really believe it and own it yet. So kind of our motto going into it is faith has feet. You got to walk it out.
Feet. Faith has feet. I like
So it's one thing to believe it in your head, but then you walk it out and then you really believe it.
It's wonderful. Well, we're excited to be a part of the journey and see what God is going to do for you guys.